everyone, it's me, Animation Girl, here to talk to you about if you should go to art school or if art school is right for you. Now, this is a really tough question to answer because obviously it depends on you as an individual more so than it depends on like what college to go to for which degree or how great it is, right? So, in my personal opinion, I do think that art college is something that is worth it. However, it really does depend on what you need to learn and how you feel you see your life going in the future. Art school, I wouldn't suggest for anyone that really doesn't want to pursue art as a career. It's really not worth it if you're not passionate about art. You're going to be working very long hours on a lot of projects that you might not necessarily care about. So here are a few of my tips on things that you should think about in terms of whether or not you should decide on actually pursuing an art degree. Number one, again, like I said, is passion. Are you really passionate about what you want to learn? You might be doing things that aren't really in your interests. My example is that I had a teacher at my school that is extremely famous for making her students draw wood slices. And I do mean a wood slice, like literally you chop down a tree, cut it up into pieces, and handed one of those pieces to your students. So I had to carry around this really big, thick, like chunk of a dead tree for a month or more. And we would draw like inch by inch squares of, detail squares of the rings, and until we got to like our final project where we drew like a big piece from our imagination based upon our study of this wood slice. It was very interesting, and it was very, in the end, I mean, I guess fun, like a different way of thinking, but I wasn't used to that, and nor was I used to sitting and looking at something so detailed and so boring for 4 hours. So it was really hard to focus and get used to, and eventually, like, you know, come out a month or more later successfully. So that's something that I really want you to think about. Like, it was a great project and opened up my mind, but, you know, in the moment, you might be doing something that you really are not that enthused about. And that's all you're doing. All your classes, except for maybe a few writing courses, are all art related. And, you know, I had to take abstract art classes, which is not my thing, and I felt like I did horrible in that type of class. I had to take painting classes, again, not my thing. I did horrible in that class as well. I mean, there's things that you're gonna have to do just like in regular college that, you know, you might not like. I mean, math, nobody likes math unless you're going into like technical engineering or something. So that's what I'm saying. You're gonna do things that you're not gonna wanna do, but you're gonna have to do. So unless you're really passionate about art and pursuing a degree in a certain field, be wary about, you know, if you're going to pursue a degree at a college that does nothing but art. Secondly, my suggestion is to make sure that you have more than one major that you're interested in. And I say that from personal experience, that I went to art college believing that I was going to go into illustration, and then my college dropped the illustration program. And I wasn't really in a position to switch colleges, and I didn't really know what I was going to do because I didn't like any other majors that they offered. Thankfully for me, they just started an animation department that same year, and we were the first class to complete it and graduate through it. And I'm so happy because I fell in love with animation. It was something that I didn't realize necessarily existed as a career path. I knew it was something that existed, but I didn't know like how to do it or that I could do it. And that's the point that I'm making, is that without my art degree, without falling into animation, I wouldn't have ever learned how to animate. It's not something that I knew how to do, and I needed the guidance of my teachers who have been in that field and who knew it to teach me how and to get me passionate about it and to ultimately make me who I am today. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be a self-taught artist. Many artists proclaim that they're self-taught. Personally, I feel that all of us are self-taught. You know, you have to be self-motivated to learn. It doesn't really matter if you learn the skills from someone else, whether it be a teacher or a YouTube video per se. But, you know, school can be good for you to learn things that you didn't realize you didn't know. However, if it's not something that you want to pursue as a professional career, if it's maybe too late for you to go to school, although I don't believe it's ever too late, or maybe it's just out of your budget because school can be extremely expensive, there's nothing wrong with taking the longer path and learning it on your own, learning it through YouTube videos and things like that. But, so really just delve into thinking about who you are as a person, how passionate you are about art, how passionate you are about what career fields you want to go in, trying new things maybe, and if there's things you don't know that you really need to know, classes are great for that. Art college is definitely great for that. So my personal opinion, art college is worth it. It was worth it for me, but again, that doesn't mean it's worth it for you. So hopefully these tips will help you kind of just like think more on it and help you make your decision. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave some comments down below, and let me know what else you want to see. Hope you guys are having a great time. See you next time. Bye! Thanks for watching Animation Girl. Check out these fun videos and don't forget to subscribe!